Chandrayana Kali Yoga 4, rocket ready for launch. Roger that. 3, 2, 1, lift off. Launch is success.
Oh, very nice. Very nice copy.
How much it was sell?
Welcome to episode 1488 of the New York Times Global Vision podcast. I'm your host, Shlomo Davidstein. Today, I'm here with Dinesh Chakrabarti, our resident expert on the Indian space program. Now, Dinesh, isn't it true that India has just landed a lunar rover on the south pole of the moon?
Yes, that is correct.
Now, Dinesh, can you please tell us more about the massive effort that must have been undertaken to bring about this truly remarkable achievement?
Yes, okay. So nearly 6 million call center workers were indentured and forced to work programming flight path in JavaScript, and many wives were sold to the nation of Israel in exchange for American rocket propulsion technology.
Wow, Dinesh, that's so interesting. Now, could you please explain to us at home why this matters? I mean, the space race, it ended over 50 years ago when NASA shut down their lunar landing program way back in 1972. So why is India making such a big fuss about reaching the moon today?
Well, okay, sir. So previously the nation of India had proved incapable of landing rover on moon. So now this is a victory not only for India but also for the entire world. As now India can join with the Western world powers and be considered a true Eurotrans nation.
Oh, sorry, this lollipop tastes so good. It must be cock-flavored. Now, Dinesh, surely you can see how India becoming a world superpower and all of the imperialist ambitions that entails is highly problematic. Now, be careful here, Dinesh, be careful. Isn't the true purpose of India's moon landing to prove to the world that they're capable of transporting African astronauts into space?
Oh, indeed, yes, that is the case. Now that India has landed a robot on the moon, the world can trust them to shuttle Africans to the International Space Station.
That's what I thought. Now,
I'm very sorry, sir, but I must cut you off here. I'm late for 3 of my remote positions as programmer for American company. My Brahmin wife, Bindu, she always denigrates me. Dinesh, you never give me enough money. You do nothing, tothead. You must work one job for each of the many arms of Vishnu. So now I must have 4 jobs to give sufficient support to my wife and her high caste ambitions. You know how it is. Always keeping up with the Joshis. I wish we could send her to the moon.
wow, Dinesh, that's just wonderful. Well, folks, that wraps up this episode of the New York Times Global Vision podcast, sponsored by NAMBLA. I hope that this discussion was as enlightening for you as it was for me. Please support the New York Times by subscribing to our e-newspaper or donating to our website. We journalists, we work very hard and we barely make any money. The the people, they're waking up to what we're selling them and they're not giving us enough money anymore. So please donate, or how else will I afford my David Yerman binky? Ooh. Today's episode was produced by Jacob Fitzweiner, Saraswati Sivananda, and Zebulon Zipko. It was edited by Charlie Zappman, fact-checked by Dolan Bashir, with help from Greg Newberger, and contained original music by Jeffrey Blackman. It was engineered by Terry Davis. The buzzword consultant was Ivan Connick. Special thanks to Tyler Perry and the New American Black Leaders of Africa. This is Shlomo Davidstein, and that's it for the Global Vision podcast. We'll see you next time.